Okay, hello everybody, Sergey here again, and so today I'll be going over these severe thunderstorms that are really hitting the US hard. I didn't make a video yesterday because I was busy, but now I can get back to it. Anyway, with the storms, I'm going to zoom out. These are really dangerous, powerful. These are really dangerous and very powerful. Hold on. Windy sometimes acts up a little bit. Okay, here it is again. So you can see this mesoscale convective system weakening down over here with one large section of lightning, particularly over here, just south of Indianapolis. And then there's this area right over here in Missouri that is going to cause extreme problems later. And there's also really high rainfall rates of these storms, really high cold cloud tops. So if I'm going to go back with Wendy's using Windy, and I can go back a day with satellite imagery. Series of mesoscale convective system, deep high clouds. You can see this large burst over here. Dangerous storms, causes powerful tornadoes, and then it pushes through Illinois, Iowa, Missouri, and then pushes into Indiana. And we have these storms right over here. And if you notice that right after this part, it's kind of broken up. The outflow boundary from the storms. I want to help push these up. An outflow boundary is the remnant cold air that a storm leaves. So like this formation center right now, it's moderate risk as your thunderstorms, risk 4 to 5. Day 1 convective outlook, hail, wind, tornado risk really high. So the mesoscale convective system is moving through eastern Illinois. The remnant outflow remains near St. Louis Metro, and there's deepening cumulus. There's very high CAPE. These storms are really powerful and will be a threat in the evening. From the mid-Mississippi Valley, the air mass will destabilize. There's going to be a strong mid-level jet and a low-level jet of up to 50 miles per hour. 70 knots is 80 miles per hour. So the supercells will cause intense tornadoes. And for Texas, there is a risk of strong storms as well. If I look at the winds aloft at the 850 millibar level, there are very, very strong winds. 60 mile per hour winds aloft. And this is what's helping to shear the storms. And here we have our low. If we look at the mid-level ones, around 500 hectopascals, there's this particularly strong jetting. There's this particularly strong part way out here, and as it pushes outward, there's all this lowering pressures aloft, and that's what's helping fuel the storms. You have this large dip, this trough. Here it is with surface pressures. So here you see the center of the low, surface low, and then we have all these winds aloft. And at the 250 millibar level, there's this large dip in the jet stream. And we see all these strong winds aloft. This is going to help fuel the storms. The main threat from this mesoscale convective system will be flooding and hail and tornadoes. Although in particular hail and damaging wind gusts, these storms will produce a lot of those. If you look at the weather warnings, there's a lot of areas under tornado watches, special weather statement, and then there's all these warnings and watches. And the storm is also causing gale force winds in the Great Lakes. If like the Weather Prediction Center, you can see it right over here. So we have the service low, the cold front, and then the warm front pushing up into Michigan. You have all this dangerous area that has the severe thunderstorms. And for tomorrow, the threat is going to push way down south. It isn't going to be that large, thankfully, but it's still going to be there. And then on day 3, it moves through. By the way, day 1 is today for anyone who is confused about that. And if I look at the wind gusts associated with this low, there's very strong wind gusts about the storm force in Kentucky and also up in Illinois. These damaging winds will tear down small trees, rip off branches, send trampolines flying. Even if these storms miss this area, the damaging wind gusts will impact and are impacting this area, and then you can see these supercells spawning right over here. If I look at the dew point, we have all these warm, we have very warm dew points moving way up there, up to Wisconsin. It's 62 degrees Fahrenheit. 60 is like the baseline for severe weather. And Illinois and Indiana, it's very warm with colder dew points further to the west. If I look at the temperatures, you can see the cold front plunging down. Temperatures are really cold, and then you can see all this warmer being lifted up by that warm front. Very warm temps fuel storms. And if I look at the Cape Index, or instability index, there is so much Cape pumping into Illinois and Missouri and Arkansas. Cape values over 1,000 joules per kilogram are enough for severe weather. Anything over that is dangerous. It's really dangerous. And there's going to be a lot of Cape for the storms. If you're wondering why there aren't many storms over here in Texas so far, it's because the air is fairly dry. So there's low humidity values and then higher humidity values over here, but also that there simply isn't enough wind shear for aloft. There's very low wind shear. The storms probably won't become severe if there are very many at all. And so Texas will be pretty much unscathed. Oklahoma looks like it could get some storms as this line deepens and pushes through. So these are really powerful, dangerous storms. Everyone, please be aware, be prepared. Remember, people are praying for y'all, everybody who's being impacted by these right now. And remember, you are not alone. The Lord is there, and there are others that are praying for you. Thank you for watching.